Hello and welcome to Lauriceskitchen Kitchen. It's casserole weather. Today, I'm making South by Southwest chicken casserole. I came up with this Southwest-inspired casserole when I was trying to use up some sweet onions. Let's see what we're gonna need. This is a layered casserole. Our bottom layer is 2 pounds of frozen hash brown potatoes. On top of that goes 1 pound of chicken cubed and 1 very large sweet onion, very roughly chopped. We're cooking the chicken and onions on top of the stove first. We'll be seasoning those with a bit of salt, pepper, smoked paprika, and a Mexican spice blend. Now I used to use Tango Spice Company's Twist and Shout, but they're not selling it anymore, so I had to come up with my own. Luckily, Joe puts the ingredients on every bottle, so I know what goes in it. Now with spice rubs, it's all about ratios, so if I messed up your ratios, Joe, you shouldn't have quit selling it. The recipe for my version of Twist and Shout is of course right here, as well as the recipe and instructions for everything in the description box below. On top of the chicken and onions go our blend of Southwest vegetables. This is a blend of corn, black beans, and green and red peppers. We're holding this whole casserole together with a cheesy bechamel sauce, so we'll need 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 2 cups of cold milk. This will also get seasoned with a bit of salt and white pepper. I have a pound of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. A little bit of this is going in our bechamel sauce. The rest of it is going on top of our casserole. So let's get over to the stove and start cooking. This is my 12-inch skillet. I'm starting with about 2 or 3 tablespoons of canola oil. Once this heats up, I'll add the chicken to the pan first. And we're seasoning it with our salt and pepper first, along with the smoked paprika and the Twist and Shout. I know this looks like a lot of spices, but we'll also be adding in the onions. And this is about all the flavoring we're going to have for this whole casserole. We are cooking this chicken all the way through. We'll also be cooking the onions very soft. Okay, we're adding in the onions. My husband claims the best version of this was where I walked away and these onions got so dark and caramelized. So if you have an extra 20 minutes to cook, let them caramelize. This can take between 15 and 20 minutes to get these onions completely soft. I've turned my chicken and onions down to low, and I'm going to start in on this bechamel. So we need to let this 2 tablespoons of butter melt first. All right, now that our butter's melted, we can add in the flour. We are making a white sauce, so we don't want to brown our roux. All these little bubbles mean that the liquids are cooked off and we've just got fat and flour in here now. So we can add in our milk. And as long as the milk is cold, it's not going to cause lumps. Just going to whisk this. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and white pepper. probably about a half teaspoon of salt and a quarter teaspoon of white pepper. Once this is all combined, we'll be adding in about 4 ounces of that cheese. Then we need to let this come to a gentle simmer. Okay, everything is nicely incorporated in here. It's not that hot, but it is starting to warm up. I can see steam. So I'm going to start adding in the cheese. And it's probably just going to be 2 nice-sized handfuls. I want to make sure I have enough left over for the top. Okay, and then we just continue to whisk this until it's completely smooth and it just starts to bubble. I also have my oven preheating to 350 degrees, and I do have my convection oven on. This is my oval casserole dish. It's getting sprayed with nonstick cooking spray. And these are unseasoned, so they're getting seasoned with just a little bit of salt. And on top of our potatoes go our chicken and onions. Some gorgeous color on here. You can try to make it an even layer. Next, our Southwest vegetables. Again, as even a layer as possible. And our vegetables are unseasoned, so just a little bit more salt. Yes, I have made this without adding all the salt in, and it is kind of bland. So not too much, maybe about a half teaspoon. And now our cheesy bechamel, and try to get that all over. And on top of all of this, the rest of this cheese. This is going in my 350 degree oven for 1 hour. If you're concerned about it cooking over, put it on top of a baking sheet. Like all casseroles, this is better if it sits for about 15 minutes before you dig in. Let's give this a taste. See if I can get a little of everything on here, or enough. Oh, cheese. Hot. Oh, my heavens. So flavorful. Wonderful. Thank you for visiting Laurice's Kitchen. If you enjoyed this video, give the like button a click and don't forget to leave a comment. We're always happy to hear from you. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and don't keep us a secret. Share our videos with your friends and family. You can follow us on Facebook for behind-the-scenes pics and videos, and on Twitter for upcoming videos and the random cat picture.